Today's topic is helping you understand the process of probate and trust real estate. Let's get started right after this. If you're here, you're probably curious about what the process is with probate and trust real estate. If you're new here, I'm KimWard. I'm a real estate broker in San Diego, California, and I am an expert at helping with homes in probate or trust administration. My team and I have helped executors, administrators, and trustees for almost 20 years to prepare, market, and sell homes here in San Diego. So what do most executors, administrators, and trustees will refer to you as a personal representative or PR from this point on? What is it that you want? Many of my clients share with me that what they really and truly want is to honor their loved ones' wishes. They want to prepare the home to get the best sale and the best buyer interest here in San Diego. They want someone who will market the home thoroughly and then negotiate for them when offers come in. And they certainly would like to have multiple offers to compare and choose the best offer for their loved one's home. My clients have shared that they really appreciate that they come to know me, like me, and trust me. Of course, everyone wants to work with someone that they trust, someone that's going to have their back. And that's what most of my clients want and appreciate that my team and I, that's what we're all about. And they also want minimal stress in their own lives because you're busy living your life and now you've become responsible for your loved one's home. You're taking that very seriously, as you should. And you also want to continue on with your life and be able to enjoy your life and have minimal stress around the preparation, marketing, and the successful sale of your loved one's home. So what is preventing you to get what you truly want, which is a good process, help with the remaining personal property, help with all the details that come up around the home, like things come up and you may not even live here. Just recently, I received a phone call from a neighbor of a townhouse that I'm helping to sell in Linda Vista. It's a kind of a community of San Diego. And the neighbor said that they saw water coming out and they thought maybe the toilet was overflowing or something. Well, my client doesn't live here. And so I quickly got in my car and drove over there and took care of what the problem was. So things like that, having someone that will stop, I will stop my own life to make sure that things are taken care of so that my client doesn't have to be worried about it. And after I corrected the problem with some help, that's when I contacted my client and let him know what had happened and how I had fixed it. So sometimes what's preventing you from getting the help that you want is you just don't know what the next best steps are. And that happens when you don't have the right people on your team. Now, you probably have a probate attorney, and you may even have, many people have a neighbor that's keeping an eye on your loved one's property while some of the process of the probate is happening. But you might be at that point now where you have been appointed by the probate court and it's time to start talking with real estate professionals. So why not get somebody that actually has done this hundreds of times, helped clients through this process, and also has happy clients. If you look at my Zillow.com reviews or Realtor.com, anyhow, if you just take a look at those reviews, you'll know that we do what we say we're going to do. So some of the other obstacles that might be in your way is not knowing how to get an EIN number. This is the number that replaces your loved one's Social Security number. You need the EIN number in order to open the bank account where you will put the funds that you may have already collected of your loved one's funds into. It's a bank account you'll work from that's in the estate name, in your decedent's name. You'll need this particularly once the property is sold. That's where the proceeds would go directly to this particular bank account. You don't want to be putting the money into your own bank account. A big obstacle for many of our clients is what to do with the personal property. So you have options. I have another video on my YouTube channel about your 3 options about handling the remaining personal property. So you might want to look at that one next. You may want to consider cost-effective repairs. Whenever I am helping with a home in probate or trust administration, I go into the home with my realtor hat on. My husband's a contractor, so I also have quite a bit of knowledge about how to fix up homes cost-effectively. Now, I'm not talking about rebuilding kitchens and bathrooms. We really hardly ever do that. We have done it a few times because that costs a lot of money. But painting or putting in some new flooring, getting the property cleaned by, professionally cleaned windows inside and out, sometimes changing some lighting, doing cost-effective repairs. I always go into the home and I do a room by room review, and I put together a list with some estimated pricing of what it would cost to send to my client. They say, yes, get me some accurate numbers. I will then get a contractor to come in and give accurate numbers to do the repairs. Now, the only time that we do these repairs is when there's going to be a return on that investment. And I'm not talking just a little return, I'm talking a big return on the investment. And you will find that most real estate professionals don't offer this type of help because they may not have the knowledge, and it does take time and energy and money to do these repairs. I helped a few months back on a house in Chula Vista, and I told the client that the carpet just was in such poor shape that buyers were not going to see how the house was okay. It was in decent condition, but the carpet, they had 2 big dogs, was in super poor shape. And in that particular case, the estate didn't have any funds to replace the carpet. So I stepped up and I funded that, and I was reimbursed at the close of escrow because I knew that was the right thing to do for the estate and for my executor client. And the good news is the house sold for a lot more than it would have sold for if we hadn't replaced the carpet. Something else that you may need is if you're not here and there's items that you want either mailed, like UPS, or sometimes shipped. Large items, I bring in a shipping company. Well, I don't bring them in. I actually take photos of the items that you're wanting, measure them, try and, see how heavy they are, put a weight in there, and then we input all that into the shipping company's site, and then they'll send an invoice of what the price would be to ship these items to your home. We recently helped one of our clients to ship a piano to Texas, and it cost $1,200 to ship that piano, but it was his mother's piano. He really wanted it, and he was super appreciative that we knew how to do that for him. And finally, the thing that you want to know is the paperwork. You want all the documentation done properly. I am an I-dotter and a T-crosser, and we also use an electronic signatures program called DocuSign. Clients love it, makes it very simple for them to get through the paperwork, most of it, and that's how we do things. So the other thing is you may or may not have received a copy of my book, What to Do When You're Responsible for Real Estate a Loved One Leaves Behind. If you have received it, go ahead and take a good look at it. There's all kinds of wonderful information in here for you, and will guide you through the process of selling a home in probate. But I sure hope that you enjoy the book and that you contact me to help you through that process. The other thing is, if you're a trustee watching this, I have a trustee book also for you. So just let me know if you need a copy of this. Be happy to pop it in the mail. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, hit that bell button for notifications, and I'll see you next week.